Hey people, what's poppin'? Welcome to another exciting edition of your one-stop show, 360 Vibes, your one-stop show to everything entertainment, where we get to give you the latest and trending entertainment news. Is it music, fashion, comedy, lifestyle, everything? We got you covered here. I'm Victoria Akode on Instagram, Victoria_extra. And of course, I cannot be alone on the show. We are a squad of powerful ladies that bring you gist, all the juicy gist, because I cannot be doing the talking alone. So, men mount. Now, this time around, it is women mount. Hey, ladies.
Hi.
I'm curious. It's so good to be back on the show. How are we doing?
I'm fine.
And happy new month.
Happy new month. Welcome to May.
May the month of May be a blessed month.
Amen.
It is already. It is already.
Yes.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Joy Uchejim, Sheen_Joyoma on Instagram. And as Victoria said, this promises to be a very exciting episode because the weekend has been very hot. So don't go anywhere.
Hi, fams. Welcome back to your favorite show. I am Faith SJ, as you all know. Stay right there. Do not go anywhere.
So right now we'll be going on a short break, and when we are back, we'll be bringing you the latest gist. I know some of you might be aware, but when we get back, we'll dive right straight into the conversation. So stay with us. Welcome back. So over the course of the weekend, something happened in Nigeria, and social media has been, going agog. Everybody's like, oh, free this person, free this person, free this person. So if you are late on that gist, is no other person than the one and only Otise, very dark man, aka VDM. So over the weekend, we heard the news that he was arrested by the EFCC, the Economic Financial Crimes Commission. He was arrested, and that was shortly after he made a video calling out a particular bank over something that happened to his mom's account, NIN issue and the money being removed. And before we knew, shortly before we knew it, he was arrested, and everybody on social media, free VDM, what's going on and all of that. So, and today, Monday, EFCC came out and released a statement that apparently the reason for VDM's arrest was because they have received several petitions from different people, multiple petitions, that VDM is they accused VDM of cyber stalking, and now he's going to be arraigned in court shortly, and they would release him after he's able to meet his bail conditions. Where we are at the end of the day. The last time it was House of Reps that summoned this guy, and now it is EFCC that actually arrested him, and now they are taking him to court based off multiple petitions that this guy has been cyber stalking. So you guys, what do you think? What do you think is going on? What can you make of this?
The whole funny thing about this instance right now is that is the timing. Coincidentally, he was arrested immediately after he went to the bank to actually make clarifications on what exactly happened to his mom's account, because apparently her entire salary was deducted over a loan that someone else made with her own NIN, and it's very complex actually, but he went to rectify it, and then shortly after he left, he was arrested. So now people on social media are thinking it's in relation to the bank. People think that the bank is possibly behind it, but then there's no evidence, there's no proof. So I feel like it's just this social media excitement, like, okay, I've suffered this thing from the bank too.
So
that's why they're just pulling this against him.
You know that at a point, Guarantee Trust Bank had to shut down operations that day, because Nigerians, let us be calming down. Honestly, the way we just run with news is scary.
Actually,
you don't know whether the information is verified or not. You don't know why he was arrested, and before people started making large withdrawals of their money from the bank. They're saying that they're not going to use the bank again. Yo, calm down now. It's not let's just calm down. In as much as we had not gotten like verified information from the bodies involved. GT Bank didn't even give any statements.
Yes.
Did not, and I didn't even see any reason for GT Bank to even arrest him in the first place, to cause his arrest in the first place. So Nigerians, that's the first thing I'm going to say. Let's be calming down. Like let's quit jumping into conclusions.
But then they don't actually.
Okay, so VDM, recently, I know I'm always on that opinion, like, VDM talks so much. And recently, I started liking him.
Aww.
Yes, recently. I watched one clip where he said he has been very busy of late trying to fix one or two things in his foundation, that there are lots of projects he wants to do, that's trying to reach out to those schools that don't have boreholes, get them uniforms and stuffs. And when I saw that, I got touched. I love that part of him. But then, if EFCC is coming out to arrest him for cyber stalking, really, I won't be surprised, because Baba, they talk too much. Over time, I just keep saying it. Now, when you look at the trend that has happened recently about him, Iyabo Ojo, Tonto Dike, and coming out, the way the guy they talk,
even the
messaging too. Do you get? And the way he talks is as if he has proof. Like, and then when he talks, you have people behind the scene dancing to VDM. Like now, like as of was it
today?
Okay,
yeah.
let's say today. Yes,
Monday.
Today being Monday, they are protesting for him.
Yeah.
He has created a lot of fans already. He has fans out there. Now, we are not disputing it that he has fans, but my major issue here is he bullies people. So I wouldn't say I'm not. I don't want to
bully is a strong word, though.
Yeah, he bullies. No.
He's fond of calling people out.
And that's bully, Victoria.
I won't say
Victoria, that's bully. Imagine you say words. There are some words VDM threw to those set of people.
I feel like it's back and forth, though. They come for him, he comes for them.
That like, depends on the celebrity involved.
Exactly.
Because there are some that don't really reply him in that sense.
Now, you know, okay, there was the, what's it called, Davido's wedding. During Davido's wedding, he came out and said some people went to the wedding, they didn't invite them. I watched that clip. And then I'm like,
okay,
wait,
underlining beef with that person.
Yeah, do you get? So when I mean bully, guys, I know what I'm saying. VDM bullies people too, aside the fact that he's actually on the good path, trying to help citizens out there. I am not disputing that fact.
Although I have a strong perception of the word bully, yeah, I know that VDM can be a lot sometimes, but I feel like most of the time it goes for people that come for him. If he doesn't have any business with you, he would not come for you, except for this time, like this old messy Chinwo's case and all of that. But I really cannot wait to see what happens after this whole thing. Let's wait till he gets arraigned into court, and let's just, you know, those people that petition, let's know the instance. At least they'll provide evidence when they got cyber stalked, what he did and everything that, you know, they're accusing him of. And I think I would like to just comment, this whole philanthropy thing from his end, because at a point people were like, okay, what is he even doing with his platform? That. But because I remember there was a time when they started this whole foundation thing that people came together and contributed money, and he started that. But that's beautiful. However, I think that maybe, I don't know the kind of person he is, maybe he will calm down with the old setting. He doesn't even used to use ring lights. He will just place his phone anywhere. He can just place it in the car. He doesn't even have time for a ring light, and just calm down with the type of words and things that he says, because you can't be social if you don't have verified information about certain cases. You cannot just be dishing, you know, opinions and ideas, because people's life actually, you know, actually at stake with this thing.
Because even when you add all of this, the way he speaks, he's known as an activist, online activist. And if you even read the comment sections in some of his posts, people are of the view, some people are of the view that he has even done more than some politicians, more than some government representatives. Like, he has spoken out more, he has helped more people than those that are in the so-called positions. So some people are actually of that view. So when you now say he has been cyber stalking people, usually I think he tries to build this brand and maybe he has evidence or something, but then the words he uses are always harsh. They're always harsh.
And he uses demeaning words.
Demeaning words. And even if he has evidence for the so-called accusations he's making, the way he says it is actually very harsh, and it can even lead people to possibly petition him. So I think that's why this whole thing came up. But we're looking to get more details from EFCC. Because the identities of those petitioning him will not be released, because that's at least that's their human rights. They have the right to petition people, but their identity don't have to be out there. But just the evidence that he has done this. But in the meantime, Nigerians, especially those that claim they have also been suffering this same thing from this same bank. You have been suffering it since. Why didn't you take your money out of the bank since?
That brings me to what I even want to say now about our banking system in Nigeria.
No, before we enter the banking system, okay, I understand that you've been, let's say, allegedly being deducted, they've been taking money, too much charges, whatever allegations these people are bringing up.
It's not just this bank, it's virtually
generally. That's why I said banking system in Nigeria.
Especially with the increase in tariffs, in telecommunications, and all of that. So even if anybody has grievances against this bank, you can take it up with the bank, you can take it up with the management, customer care is there, for them to explain to you why they are doing this. And if you are not satisfied, you can quietly leave.
And trust me, it's not just that one bank. I think all banks in Nigeria are affected,
obviously,
based on the regulations and policies that have been rolled out lately. So they have different policies now, and that was, trust me, I'm also not cool with some of these things. But trust me, it is not that one bank that is guilty. All of banks right now, even the fintechs that were able to say, oh,
exactly.
No, they're already charging.
Not true. Do you understand? They're already charging us.
It's not peculiar to that bank. All of the banks in Nigeria are going through that. So let's calm down.
I feel like it's
but then ladies, what do you guys think about the fact that the banking system in Nigeria is operating this way? Do you think we can do better? Or what do you ladies think? Because no, when you look at the fact that these little deductions they do, they go a long way. And most times when you just when you see their fear God. When you see the debits, you are pissed off. You're like, these guys have come again. In a month, they can take.
You can't even track most of the amounts.
And then they tell you for maintenance. So does it mean that you should be staying off your ATM? You can always do your transfer with your phone.
Whether you use your ATM or not, they are going to always deduct the maintenance card.
You always get charges.
It's so alarming.
I feel like it's a general problem.
And that's why you see citizens are coming out. They aren't supporting VDM in a way.
But my issue with this thing is
because of what
they're now witch hunting this particular bank. I mean, we all know that different banks have their different their shortcomings and the rest. But why is it that, okay, because he made a complaint about this particular bank, and then now everybody just going to lie. At some point, youths are even protesting in Abuja in front of this same bank.
But you know,
why didn't you protest since? You're waiting for a celebrity to just make a statement so you can just fly off.
Let's be realistic. Not everybody even uses that particular bank. Some people are just looking for like a platform to just unleash violence. Some people just want to be part of a particular, protest. If you should go on set now, if you go to that location now, how many of you are using this bank?
GTB.
How much is even in the account?
How much is in the account? So I feel like they should calm down and just relax. Actually. I know Nigeria is going through a lot right now. So don't let us, please, and while you are protesting, keep it peaceful. Before you know now, because Nigerians can be very funny sometimes. Yeah, they can start destroying things and can be hijacked by thugs and everything. So let us, in all things that we do, let's apply wisdom. So alright guys, so that's it on the first segment. VDM, we will just wait and see how the whole case unfolds, and hopefully justice is served at the end of the day. So right now we'll go on a short break and be right back with the rest of the gist for today. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. So on to the next gist. Joy Utejan, over to you.
I've got the latest. So we're just going to dive into this whole family matter. I know we are all upcoming wives. Nobody is too young, so
Oh
we're
my
going to
God.
delve into this. Apparently, a lady came up on Instagram and she was trying to get an advice. So when she told the whole story, it begins with her husband, who was a big-time staff in a multinational company in Nigeria, and he was even close to his foreigner boss, and he had lots of benefits. They had cars from the company, they had a house on the island, and they even had the company pay their children's school fees. So it was a good life, really, until the husband was disgracefully sacked for harassing a female corps member that was posted to his department. And this thing came with very damning evidence that was not even disputable at some point, because he made very disgusting remarks. He made this, according to the part we can actually say on air, he made this couple sit on his lap and feed him and gave her body very disgusting names. And then she actually recorded some of these statements and reported it to the company. So now he's sacked. But the twist now is that, okay, since he's sacked, they've lost the house, they've lost the cars, the children have left these expensive schools. The man has now, since then, given his life to Christ. He's now a member in the departments in church. According to the wife, he fasts and prays very regularly, but then he's still unemployed. And the wife is not the one paying the rent, paying the bills, and taking care of the entire family. So now she's asking, the disgrace has been a lot. She's going through a lot of stress. Should she stay with him? Because she's thinking of relocating with the children and leaving him to deal with it so she can start her life afresh. So the question is, should she stay with him and support him as a loving, caring wife, or should she take her children and start her life? According to her, she's actually a very good-looking lady, and men always ask her out all the time. So she can actually start afresh. Let's just put that one there. So what do you guys think? Should she stay or should she go?
So first, the lady in court, the court member that reported him, why did you even report him at first?
Wait, what question?
Hang on.
Okay. I'm surprised you're asking this question.
Yes,
though.
because how did you get to that point that he had to rubbish you that way? Was it a rape case? No, she gave her body to him.
No. I beg to differ. I beg to differ.
That's a very strong way to comfort.
Okay.
Because if she didn't enjoy everything that happened.
Are you sure about this?
No, ladies, hang on.
Okay.
They didn't tie her up.
Ha. Okay.
Even if he made some move, there should be a no. There should be a no, knowing the fact that you know what you want.
Okay.
Do you understand?
But you know, we call this case an harassment case.
Actually.
And nobody can hold this man's mouth that should not talk. He said some of these things. So will you say it's because the lady put herself out there, that's why she received this? Women that are harassed or women that are harassed generally, it's not about dressing and putting yourself out there.
Based on the statement that he made, she didn't throw herself at him. It didn't seem like something like, I'm sorry, I cannot defend her, I don't know what really happened, but it didn't seem like statements that she probably threw herself at him. But it was just a case of a very indisciplined man now trying to harass a young lady.
Don't get me wrong.
Mind you,
do you know that you can still stop whatever it is? No,
it's wrong. See, I don't want to know whatever reason you have.
Except you're being drunk. I will blame the lady.
I will blame the lady. I am surprised that you are blaming the lady in this case, because it's a case of sexual harassment. I come to work every day and you look at me lustfully and tell me the meaning statement, and you're not saying I should not report to you.
Victoria.
I'm going to report to you because I am there as a core member to serve. So why should you make me sit on your lap to feed you?
How will you even sit? How did you get to that point you sat on his lap?
See, the fact that she stopped him was the main thing, because I'm pretty sure even if she
must have done it to lots of other ladies.
Because
tell me when you get to the point that you are naming. See, let's leave the lady out of this. Let's focus on the bad behavior of the man.
The man is bad.
So, because I won't see the reasons why you want to be blaming
what
the
he did
lady.
Is very bad.
See, let me tell you, whether or not she threw himself at him, a disciplined man would have actually said no.
Of course.
But he didn't say no.
Of
He
course.
went on to start giving her body parts names
See,
and telling her that he was
I
going
still
to,
blame her for still
get
going
down
that
with
far.
her.
For still going
Go
that
blame
far.
her for what? Have you ever been in a position
Actually.
have you ever been in a position whereby you cannot defend yourself? Have you
Let's
ever
just-
been in a work situation
Can you
that
not scream?
I'm
Let's
sorry,
just
have you been in a
let's
work
just bring it
situation
down.
because I am being
Let's
triggered
just-
right now? Have you been in a
let's just
situation
keep it
whereby you
emotionally
cannot
calm.
defend yourself?
There are situations
Because,
like that.
because
but
you
let's
have
just-
a boss eye up there and you
let's
cannot
just-
defend
let's just
yourself.
keep it calmly.
Victoria, there are
Let's just keep it
situations
calmly.
like
This is
that.
actually
Let's
very
bring it back.
triggering. It's
Exactly,
triggering.
it is. But let's just bring it back home. Let's just bring it back home.
All right.
The fact is, we don't know what exactly happened prior to all of this. What we know is that this man was indisciplined and he was indecent and he sexually harassed this lady. There was evidence apparently before he was sacked. There was evidence, but we cannot say anything from her. We cannot throw the blame.
So why did he
at
repent?
a
Why did he
lady.
start going to church?
We cannot throw the
It's
blame
normal
at
that
any
he has
lady.
been doing that act.
No,
He
let's
has
not
been putting on
let's
that
not
act.
defend anybody.
Nobody's,
I know we
disputing
planned on
that
making
fact.
this discussion about whether the wife should stay with him or not, but it seems like that's taking a different.
So for the wife,
it has taken a different.
for the wife.
So let's
okay.
just get your view on that.
All right,
part.
for the wife's case now, the truth is, God forgive. I will always come from that angle. I know it's not easy, right? Knowing the fact that your husband did this very bad behavior and it has gone viral. His colleagues are aware about it and all. It's very painful. You have to let go of. But if you think you can manage it, the load is way too much, you can find other alternative. And then for the young man, kudos to you for repenting.
If you
which
know,
is
if I don't
very-
repent.
No, people like that, for him to be a worker in church. Now, I'm
If I don't
I'm
repent.
not coming from that fact that you're a worker in
I
church.
beg
Makes you
you.
saved. Like you are saved, you accepted Jesus, right? Like you made that confession
Oh
deep
my
down your heart.
goodness.
Now you are saved. Kudos to you for doing that. That one is even the most paramount thing. Now, for the wife, if you know you can't cope with it, seek for a counsel. Look for a counselor. Get views. Don't just take the decision on your own by leaving.
Okay, that's the thing. Because if you even look at it, at the end, only Jesus knows whether the man's life is really with him or not. Because
Exactly.
people, if you
They'll
look
tell
at
you
it this
they've
way,
repented,
he
but
knew
then-
about Christianity before he got into that position. It's not a new thing for him. So he allowed. I'm sure he will blame the devil now in this case that, okay, the devil used him and all of that, and now he has gone back to Christ. If he's put in that same position again, in a position of power to control people's affairs, will he do this kind of thing again? But the fact is, he has been punished for this one, and then who knows how long this whole phase of punishment is going to last. But I really hope that he has actually sincerely learned his lesson.
Since he has received God as his Lord and personal Savior, see,
See,
God will make
so
way for you.
We cannot deny the fact that there are people
He
who
will
carry
make way.
this. There are people
It's
who
just
carry
for a period
this
of time he's going through what he's
church.
going
People
through.
who carry God and church, and then somehow they have this dark past, and they have this. Some even still go ahead, even with that position in church, and they still do things that are very wrong, things that are very disgusting in society, and then they embarrass the name of the church. Well, we have several situations like that. Pastors who do the unimaginable. You get. So the fact is, whether he says he has given his life to Christ or not, we just hope that he maintains it. But as for his wife, I feel like she should just do whatever will be okay with her in that moment, because it's a lot. You can't be carrying someone's cross all the time. And if he's really
Just seek for counsel.
sincere,
She should
if
seek
it's
for
really
counsel.
sincere, something will come up at the end, and he'll be able to find a way to survive. But then his wife should just do whatever makes her happy at this moment. That's all I have to say, though.
Okay, so I really have a lot to say about this, but our time is fast spent. We have to call it a wrap on today's edition of the program. So one thing I will just go on to say is that in this life, just always do good, because when tables turn, when there's a time for you to have to just I don't know the right words to say. There's a time whereby you have to pay for the things that you have done.
Yeah.
And those that might be affected, it's going to affect wives, it's going to affect your kids. Even it will go way beyond that you can think. So as much as possible, let's try to keep up our best behavior. The scriptures that gave us the 10 Commandments, God knows why He gave us all those rules. It's not because, He just wants to restrict us, but it's actually for our own benefit, so that to avoid having scars and having dark past that we would not want to revisit. So, till we come your way next time, guys, just stay safe, stay jiggy, and avoid stories that touch.
Bye.
All right, bye guys.